The Channel studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. US President Donald Trump and his predecessor Barack Obama have directed attacks at each other during rival rallies. Campaigning for Democratic White House nominee Joe Biden in Pennsylvania, Obama likened Trump to a crazy uncle and said he emboldened racists. Meanwhile, in North Carolina, the Republican president mocked Obama for being wrong about the 2016 election outcome. Biden currently holds a solid lead ahead of the 3rd of November election.
I get that this president wants full credit for the economy he inherited and zero blame for the pandemic that he ignored. But you know what? The job doesn't work that way. Tweeting at the television doesn't fix things.
President Obama's campaigning for Sleepy Joe Biden. And I said, that's good news or bad news? Tell me, are you saying it's good or it's bad? Well, I guess it's bad. No, it's good. There was nobody that campaigned harder for crooked Hillary Clinton than Obama, right? He was all over the place. He said he will not be our president. But before that, he said he will not run. He didn't know me. Then I ran. Then he said he will not get the nomination. Then I got the nomination.
Meanwhile, US national security officials have said that Iran is responsible for sending threatening emails to Democratic voters ahead of next month's presidential election.
That some voter registration information.
The emails have appeared to come from a far-right pro-Trump group and were meant to incite unrest. That's according to National Intelligence Director John Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe also said US officials found Iran and Russia had obtained some voter registration information. Both Iran and Russia have denied the accusations of electoral interference. Thailand has revoked an emergency decree it imposed a week ago as it tries to end months of protests against the Prime Minister and the monarchy. The measures, which banned gatherings of more than 4 people and imposed a curfew, prompted even larger rallies. On Wednesday, protesters gave Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha 3 days to step down or face more demonstrations. In response, Prayuth has signalled he would lift the decree, but asked protesters to reciprocate by toning down what he called their hateful and divisive talk. South Korean authorities have sought to reassure people as the number who have died after being vaccinated against seasonal influenza has risen to 13. The doctor leading an inquiry into the deaths has said he does not believe the vaccine and fatalities are connected, but trust in the vaccine program has been dented, and the Korean Medical Association has called for it to be halted until its safety is assured. So far, around 13 million people in South Korea have received the flu jab. At least 10 people have died in post-election violence in Guinea. That's according to the country's security minister. President Alpha Condé is currently leading according to results from the 14 constituencies announced by the Electoral Commission so far. His challenger, Cellou Dalein Diallo, claimed victory and has said the election was marred by anomalies. He accused President Condé's administration of modifying results in the incumbent's favour. President Condé has called for calm as the country awaits the official electoral results. Lebanon's President Michel Aoun has designated Sunni Muslim politician Saad al-Hariri as prime minister to form a new government to tackle the worst crisis since the country's 1975 to 1990 civil war. Hariri has won the backing of a majority of parliamentarians. In consultations with Aoun, he faces major challenges to navigate Lebanon's power-sharing politics and agree to a cabinet which must then address a mounting list of challenges, including a banking crisis, a currency crash, rising poverty and crippling state debts. And finally, Daddy Yankee and Bad Bunny have come out as the big winners of the Billboard Latin Music Awards 2020, each taking home 7 awards.
Daddy Yankee!
Daddy Yankee, often hailed as the king of reggaeton, has won 6 of the 7 awards, including the prize for Billboard Latin Song of the Decade for his 2017 dance anthem Despacito. In his acceptance speech, Yankee thanked fans and said he feels as fresh as he did when he started making music over 3 decades ago. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.